Hi, I'm Mark Rockwell. I'm an architect of Rockton Pricing Management and also an owner of Rockton Software. Today, I want to talk to you about customizations and why customizations may not be such a great idea, especially when it comes to pricing. First off, if you have an ERP and you've invested a lot of time and money into your ERP, then it's important that when you enhance it or improve it, that you look first for third-party integrations, third-party add-ons, because you can customize and get exactly what you want, but the customization route tends to be very expensive and it's something that you have to maintain. Now, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've written a ton of customizations, and customizations can be really great when you need very specific business logic. But if you're doing something that can be handled by a third party product by another vendor, definitely go that route. The reasons why is because that vendor typically has spent hundreds of thousands of hours, well, maybe not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds of hours certainly, and thousands of hours, improving that product. And they're really laser focused on making that problem that they're solving be at its best ability to be solved. And they continue to put time and energy into improving it. Whereas if you write a customization, you're going to get exactly what you pay for, and it's only going to do that one piece of functionality. The other thing that happens with customization is that you have to upgrade and maintain them. And typically you have one developer who has done that customization, and they may, they're probably going to be around for a few years, but eventually over time, somebody's going to have to take over that. If you have a third party managing that add-on, then you don't have to worry about that one person who has that industry knowledge disappearing someday. Furthermore, third-party vendors are often updating their products. They're up to date with the standard releases and making sure that they're compatible with as your ERP grows. So it's a lot of benefits to that because you're usually paying an ongoing maintenance fee, and because they're supporting lots of customers, then you're going to get more enhancements, more support. It's just a much better way to go. And ultimately, it costs a lot less because that developer of that third-party product can spread out the costs of building all of this functionality across many, many customers. Now, when it comes to pricing specifically, that is one of the places where you do not want to write a customization if you can at all avoid it. Now, like I said, I've written a lot of customizations over the years, and this is one place where it's such a bad idea. And here's the main reason why. It's because your paradigm of how you do pricing is going to change over time. I absolutely guarantee it. It happens about once a year for most companies in my experience. So if you write a customization and you say, I need to build this function, and this function, fine, you go in and you invest into it. You're looking at $10,000 to $20,000 to start. Typical customization cost. Some is up to $50,000 to $100,000. And the thing is that once you've invested in that customization, if you want to change things, well, there's that sunk cost fallacy, and you try to stick with what you have, and now you try to tweak it to do some other piece of functionality, and it may not work as well. And over time, you get spaghetti code. You kind of get this kind of haphazard type of Frankenstein monster of a customization over time. It just doesn't work very well. It's much better to go with a modular approach. And certainly Rockton Pricing Management is incredibly modular. It allows you to take calculations and filters and different schedules, things that you use to build building blocks to achieve pricing, from contracted pricing to discounts to commissions and rebates, all those little features. Every one of them can be modularized and moved around and reordered in a way that makes sense to you. Furthermore, RPM has built in some custom code functionality, so that if you need to write some bizarre special code, we actually can customize that little snippet of what you need to do and build that into the product. What's cool about those customizations, those smaller scripts, is we then take them over time, again, because we're maintaining and improving the product, and we build front ends to make that customization go away because we improve the product, so you don't actually are stuck with a small customization, let alone a large one. So it's important to think about your future as you're building your pricing and not be stuck into a customization that may not really grow with you. In fact, it probably won't. Most customizations don't. So unless you have a very specific need that's not going to change over the years, going the customization route is not a very good idea.